Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my life. My name is Josh Chilton, I'm a Canadian artist, and welcome back to my story being hired as a cruise line photographer. Okay, what day is it? It is Sunday, March 12th. I am downtown right now because I just met up with an old friend from university. We had lunch together and chatted for a while, did some drawing. I'm probably gonna go continue doing some drawing here. I've got a ride with family. My dad's downtown, so I'll get picked up at some point. Didn't feel like recording any of the lunch, kind of private time with an old friend, but I figured that I would start this week's video here because, well, there's some cool stuff downtown, and maybe I'll feel like showing some of it, or maybe I'm just gonna find some corner to sit and draw, which is more likely, and I'll just do little updates through the week about what's going on. Hopefully the next clip, or in the range of clips you'll see, is me getting the success word from Norwegian, but I have no guarantees of that. Yeah, that's where we're at. Today in Calgary, it is very cold. Well, it's not actually all that cold on the scale of things, but it's like minus 16, 17, feels like minus 23, 25, that kind of range. One of the advantages of the city, you can see behind me, there's a lot of bridges connecting the buildings together. It's a network of tunnels through the building and bridges called the Plus 15, 15 feet above the ground. It's a really great network to be able to get around the city. And they've actually updated and renovated some of it somewhat recently, but it's a pretty impressive network of tunnels. I'm probably gonna find a spot sitting somewhere in one of these to do some more drawing. I could go back to the other spot. Like there's this bell tower thing here. Maybe I'll draw that. So I decided to draw that tower. So here I sit in my corner. There's a little sketchbook. I have my phone sit here, so I'll take a picture of it, try to get the reference, and then dance between looking at this for live reference, looking at the photo, and doing a sketch. I tend to abstract things slightly, and eventually it could turn into something like that. But this is just a quick one. I probably will end up working on this, which is back over that way. Me and my friend were sitting. Packing up here because my rent's on its way. That's about all I got done. That's what I'm looking at. So I will likely take a photo and perhaps I will doodle away at this some other time. A lot of work with the ruler. So I got an email back from Norwegian last night, despite basically 3 weeks of them requiring hepatitis vaccine related information. Suddenly now they are requesting another x-ray. By another x-ray, I mean the x-ray that I submitted was from 2020, and now they've decided that that's not enough. So I'm going back to the doctor to get another x-ray. I didn't sleep much last night, so I'm not feeling great this morning, but sometimes that's what we need to do. Hi! Looking like a choppy video so far. It is now Wednesday, the 15th of March. We're gonna continue on in my day in the lifestyle thing today. I'm in better spirits, so hopefully I will finish off the rest of the recording for the week, and we will see what happens with Norwegian and their responses after that. I've got some more updates to share, but I need to make myself some food, so let's go do that. Doing those transitions is cool only if I can remember to finish it in the next clip, which I only do 50% of the time. We're going to start by making some bacon and eggs because I haven't eaten anything today and that's what I feel like. So here's some bacon, eggs. I like to add just a touch of milk to my eggs, some seasoning, cheese, and now we break up that bacon. Touch of salsa. Salsa adds flavor and also a touch of color to help offset that green. I have a slight poultry allergy, so I need to have sure my eggs are well cooked through. If there's any runniness or rawness, my throat tends to swell up and it's not comfortable. So I'll let those sit in the pan for a moment more. That gives me time to clean up. And then you're left with a wonderful plate of eggs. Sometimes I'll also do toast or toast on a bit of jam and butter. I'm not that hungry right now, so I'm going to go without. But otherwise, that's my breakfast. I would also have a glass of milk with my meal, but not all the time. In our house, we have lactose-free milk, which helps because I probably have a lactose allergy too. Well, it's not allergies. I have poultry intolerance, lactose intolerance, gluten intolerance. That's pretty much everybody, so we try to cut those things out of our life. So we stick primarily to protein. I will tolerate cheese as dairy because I love my cheese. A little bit of milk is okay. It's sort of a treat. Usually we stick to proteins. And now I get to enjoy a lovely meal.
It has to be there. He glared at the floating sphere. It was less a geometric shape with 20 flat sides than a three-dimensional puzzle formed of dozens of...
So with breakfast taken care of, we're able to continue on to other things. An update from the Norwegian side this morning. I sent off the paperwork, the x-ray I received this morning. I went to the doctors and picked it up. I also had to edit some of the dates on the initial paperwork that they sent to me, so that's edited. I can only imagine what else they would ask for in return. I sent an email specifically asking them to go over and check if there's anything else that I'm missing, which they didn't respond to, so they could continue in what feels to me like semantically just nitpicking at different things to send. But in theory, I've given them everything they look for, so we can move on. In the meantime, I continue in my practice of sitting and waiting. So here's the process of how I've been spending and entertaining my times. During the day, the space that I've been recording in most of the time is sort of the family / my dad's office. It's one of the spare bedrooms that we use for storage and other things. I will kind of draw, play video games, watch videos. Recently, I've been re-listening to a third time Melissa McPhail's A Pattern of Shadow and Light. It's a really excellent epic fantasy magic-based series, really great magic system. So you'll hear clips of that in the background as I show some of what I'm doing. I'm not going to talk about the book more because I don't think people care, but you can check it out. I listen on Audible. Audible's a great platform. I highly advocate for it. I'm sure in future videos I will talk about it again. But I feel like doing some drawing right now. During the afternoon, from about 3 o'clock on, if the skies are clear, I get lots of sunlight coming through that window. On clear skies, of course, which today isn't, so we'll deal with the bit of sun that we do get peeking through the clouds. In the meantime, I get a nice diffuse white light. So we're going to do some drawing. I could continue on in the landscape and architecture book that I showed earlier in the video, but I'm more so in the mood for my portraiture book, which I have sitting here. I have some preloaded sketches of some influencer girl kind of things here. Something interesting that I can work on occasionally. So I've been working on this page here, and I want to continue on so that I have a full spread completed. Let me know if you'd like a walkthrough of the art supplies that I carry on me most of the time. I'm not going to do that now because I don't think there's a lot of interest for it. It's mostly just mechanical pencils. I recently bought some colored leads that I carry with me. Actually, the bags here, they're all empty and I've fit them all into my travel sketchbook, but that's how I'm putting the color in there, is it's mechanical pencils filled with colored lead. All right, here's the part of the vlogging that is going to be hard or is specific about my channel. The point of these videos is for me to document where I'm at and what's going on. It has less to do with you and more to do with me. So here's the documenting part. I am freaking out right now. I'm really upset. I hope that talking like this is working through it. I'm sure you can hear my bird going off in the background. It's not my bird, it's my mother's cockatoo. But it's piquing my anxiety. I'm actually on the point of tears almost, and that has nothing to do with the situation and is more so a reflection of the level of stress, mental anguish, whatever you want to call it, that is related towards Norwegian. I'm really triggered right now. What's happened is I spent a bunch of money buying these nice expensive colored leads so that I can do pretty drawings like that. Because a lot of the drawings have colors in their hair or colored lighting and different things, and I want to try to bring those effects as I'm studying and learning portraiture. I took all of these leads and I put them all into one container, and I lost the container. So I've lost all of the colored leads. I have a few scant, like spare colors of lead that I've put in my other containers for storing the lead for the other types of mechanical pencil that I have. But as I want to go to refill those, I've lost the main container. and that has really upset me. And so I'm gonna stop drawing and maybe play a video game or do something. Maybe I should go for a walk or exercise. That's not a bad idea. So I'm gonna go for a walk outside and stop drawing because I'm really upset. And I'm smiling my way through it and talking about it to try to trick my brain into producing dopamine. But there's the video documenting side of this. Hooray. Okay, so for anybody seeing this video, and I don't think outside of people that know me personally, there won't be many, but maybe someone needs to hear this. If something feels wrong, if you're anxious or upset, I know everyone has their own coping mechanisms, but going for a run is something that really helps me. It both removes me immediately from the situation, but also, I don't know, gets your body moving, gets adrenaline going. But for me, the psychological aspect about running until it hurts and pushing past that when you feel your lungs and legs tensing up and being able to push through that and recognizing that it's something you have control over in some aspect has always really helped me when I'm feeling upset. I don't know, takes back some level of control in my life. And because I have ADD and I tend to hyper-focus on things like this, if I don't get away from the situation, I'll spend the next several hours, however long it takes, until I find that item that I'm looking for. Giving yourself something else to focus on, like climbing a tree, can also be really helpful. I'm bleeding. Wonder how I did that. Probably cut myself climbing up. Anyway. So, feeling better now. Probably gonna go home, do something like maybe clean. I know that my mother requested some help with dishes in the kitchen because she's working a busy day. And then we're gonna return to our regularly scheduled programming of me drawing, I guess. The other important thing that I should mention is music. Music is really helpful to me. Find whatever works for you, if that's listening quietly or listening to something energetic while going for a run. For me today, that was the song Breathe, or Just Breathe by Rival and some others. It was a collaboration song. But it's exactly what I needed to do, was run, just breathe, focus on that, being present and in the moment. And if you can do that, if you can breathe and be present, a lot of your problems go away, or they become much easier to solve. I find writing things down too when I was in university and feeling overwhelmed. Write down everything you need to do, all of your main tasks, and sometimes write down all the smaller things you need to do, and that makes it much more manageable. Yeah, I don't know. Advice from a 23-year-old. All right, well, I got distracted as I am wont to do. What I got distracted by is keeping track of the amount of footage that I recorded this week, because we're halfway through this edit and I'm at the 15-minute mark, and I can't have this video go on much longer. There's still a lot more here. So I'm going to take the rest of this video, which is mostly me drawing, and possibly tack it into halfway in the next video if I feel like there's a clip pre-recorded for that already. But in the meantime, we're actually just going to end the video here, kind of on a cliffhanger, I guess. Maybe that melancholy talk about me being depressed wasn't valuable and I should have cut it out, but I'm here to document my life and the experiences. Emotions are valid, and me talking about them and showing some insecurity is part of the charm of this channel, or so I hope it is. Regardless, if you hate seeing that, tell me. Maybe I won't record it anymore, or maybe I'll keep doing it and tell you guys how I feel, or maybe I won't read the comments and I'll do whatever I want anyway, which is more likely. Regardless, we're going to end the video here and roll the previously recorded outro. Dinner tonight is fish and chips and iced tea, which I've dug into a little bit already. And I'm going to finish watching season 2 of Vox Machina. Oh, it's dark now. That's better. Okay, so I am going to end the video here. I've done my drawing for the day. I think you saw that finished. If you didn't, it doesn't matter. I don't care. This isn't an art page. I'm probably not going to post it either, so suffer unless I get a lot of requests to see more of the artwork. I might post it again occasionally. You'll see it later. This clip is continuing to make editing Josh suffer. Yep, I hope you enjoyed the video as it is today. I can't say I'm going to do more of this style in the future, but it is certainly content to let you know how my life is doing. The next video should contain more updates as to where we are in the process of Norwegian, and eventually one of these videos will be me getting onto a plane, which will be very exciting. But until then, I hope you have a great day, and until next time, bye-bye.